Spreading scriptural holiness means we define holiness as the Bible does. We know holiness is God's will for us, but we Wesleyans add an important adjective in front of that word, scriptural. John Wesley learned early in his ministry that holiness was important. He became a disciplined person and focused on following all of God's commandments to the best of his ability. He attended worship regularly. He visited people in prison. He read his Bible daily. He kept a diary to track his use of time. He helped start a school for poor children. But even with all that, he lacked the assurance that he was saved. His experience at Aldersgate Street, where his heart was strangely warmed, was the awareness that God saves us by faith alone. Justification is the first step in accepting Christ, and God does it by grace. Following that, we are sanctified, made holy by grace through faith. We cooperate with that grace by accepting it through faith, and thus we are empowered to become the kind of men and women God has called us to be. John Wesley often preached on Ephesians chapter 2, verses 8 to 10. Here's what those words say. For it is by grace you have been saved through faith. And this is not from yourselves. It is the gift of God, not by works, so that no one can boast. For we are God's handiwork, created in Christ Jesus to do good works, which God prepared in advance for us to do. Consider those words alongside the words of Philippians chapter 2, verses 12 to 13, which say this, continue to work out your salvation with fear and trembling, for it is God who works in you to will and to act in order to fulfill his good purpose. You see, God's sanctifying grace is at work in all believers, helping them become more and more like Jesus. Our call is to respond to that grace by faith.